And I will be screen sharing tonight. So just know that you'll be wanting to see the screen as well. I was hoping that I would have time to go and pick up a 5-ring notebook today, but I didn't. So, but I will tell you what that would be for. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is systems and, like follow-up systems and the flow of talking to people from adding them as friends all the way through enrolling them as a customer or as a coach. So let's start with that, and then we'll kind of dig into the details of what systems work and that you could choose from to put into place that fit your personality and, like work style. So essentially on our team page, let me share the screen here. Let's see. Can you guys see my Facebook?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So, team page, close out the message. Under the pinned post, scroll all the way to the bottom where it has, and just to let you guys know, since of course this is a new coach call, these posts are just about done in phase 1. So I have to insert 10, 11, and 12. And then all of the Coach Basics phase 1 posts will be completely updated and there. So keep checking back for all of those. You may not even be at that point yet, and that's okay. It's self-paced, so that's the beauty of it. But I did want to just at least make sure that you knew that there is more coming. And then there will be a phase 2. Then after that, there will be a separate Emerald to Diamond training as well. So under Coach Resource Documents right here, this is where the team benefit script and flow is. And that is what I keep open on my computer every day. It is always open. I'm always pulling from that to copy paste and copy paste and copy paste and see what's next in the flow. And then, oh, this person's at that point in my conversation, then I need to go back to here and pick up here and then plug them in that way. So we're going to pull that up.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
So you say that it's open on your computer every day. You just like have it minimized at the bottom?
Well, I save it, so I don't keep it pulled up as a Google Doc. I save it as a PDF or as a Word document. So it's separate. It's not one of the, like up here at the top, it's not one of those tabs. It would be more like one of these. Did you see something else pop up?
Yeah. I'm this computer, all this computer stuff is my largest learning curve.
Yeah. So I prefer, because I always have so many tabs open, because like right now, okay, I've got Asana pulled up. I've got my Beachbody coaching, like Team Beachbody online office pulled up. I've got Gmail pulled up. I've got 3 Facebook tabs pulled up. I've got this Google Doc pulled up. I've got YouTube pulled up and Zoom. So there's already enough tabs, and that's not very many for me. I know Kelly Vaughn was getting on me last time. She screen shared with me because it was like twice this many, and all the tabs were like tiny little tiny squares, and you couldn't tell what anything was because I keep so much open. But so for me, I always keep this open in like a Word doc or a PDF somewhere else on the computer. So
you have a Mac.
I do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend,
Well,
But
that's
even
my problem is because I've always had Apple, and now all of a sudden I have this Windows computer and I don't know what to do with it.
well, I know, I don't know if this is the same for you. Right before I got this Mac, I got one of the Windows things and it had the touch screen.
Mhm.
And I took it back. Like I was so messed up and I was infuriated one night. It was shortly after I got it. I was doing a live business opportunity presentation and there were a good number of people on, like this is me sharing for my team, like think of an interview, and the screen just disappeared. Like I had nothing. And I could not figure out how to get back to the presentation. I couldn't figure out how to keep talking to the people. It was so embarrassing. And I was just like, okay, I'm done. So anyway, at that point I decided the whole touch screen thing is not for me. And so anyway, I ended up with the Mac. I wouldn't get one because I have a lot of trouble finding things on it. But anyway, yeah. So
Hey, Kelly,
Yes.
if you do Alt-Tab, it'll let you flip between those screens easier on a Windows.
You mean if leaving the tab open, the windows open in the top?
No, like if you actually just push your Alt button and your Tab button, it'll let you flip between screens.
You're so smart, Christy.
Alt.
yeah, everybody make a Post-it note of that.
I am not a Mac lover at all. I only know that you're using a Mac because they have that at work on one, like on our conference call thing.
Yeah,
Oh, you mean the tab button's the one that has the arrows going two different ways?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot they don't list it Tab anymore.
Right. So if I push the Alt and the Tab, what happens?
You can flip between your screens.
Oh, okay.
Would it really have been so hard for them to just write TAB on the button? I mean, really.
Would it just really been so hard to make it all the same across the board?
Okay, so
Okay.
so this script and flow, and I did update it because there were people that initially when I started this document, it was me adding people from my like page. That is still how I connect with new people every single day is through my like page. So after you get through Coach Basics and you are ready to then shoot me a message and I will give you the training that is already put together on how to get your like page up and going. Because to me, the sooner that I could get away from my own small circle of friends and family, the better, and break out of that and start meeting new people, because that's what this is about. We have to get in front of a lot of people. And so the like page has done that for me. There are other options, of course, Instagram, Pinterest, and different things. But for me, I've just had great success with my Facebook like page. And that I just started in January. So I started and I added, I want to say about 300 friends and family people that liked my like page. And since then, just since January, I've grown it to over 8,300 people. So it's been great. And to be able to go to my like page every day and have, like today where there were 22, 25, something like that, new people that liked my page. All I do is I look through, see which 5 look normal that I want to friend, and I friend them. And then usually about 3 of those will accept my friend request and I message them, and then I can build a relationship and invite them. So I essentially have people coming to me that are interested in what I have to offer because they liked my like page. My like page is all about kicking the sugar, living a healthy life, exercise, doing this business, like they are choosing to go there. So I know that they want what I have to offer. So to me, that is great to be able to put yourself in a position where you never ever again have to feel like you're asking somebody to do something they don't want to do. I know every single day that the people that I'm asking are interested in what I have to offer. So anyway, the sooner that we can get you through Coach Basics and start heading that direction, I can't recommend it enough. It's been great. Okay. And I will say, like last year, to give you an idea, I would sell about 5 challenge packs a month. That was last year in 2014. This year, 2015, I average 10. So it's doubled this year. And that is totally a result of my like page. And there are some months where it's 15 challenge packs, which means 20 or 30 points a month. So it absolutely has changed my business. And so the sooner that I compete, like I waited 3 years before I tried that. So the sooner that I can help people do that now, like why would you wait to do that? Okay. So I add people, and here I give you a script that you may use for your warm market. It's here. It tells you what you can say to people that you already know. And then from your cold market, that's what your like page would be considered. Some of you may already have one set up, and that's fine. So I friend 3 people a day, whether they're from my warm market, whether I meet them in a Facebook group about, maybe now that we're Disney pack holders, maybe I'll find a Disney Facebook group page and get to know people on there and add people as friends that I'm communicating with. Maybe there's a soccer mom page and you get to know people that way. And each and every day, you're adding 3 to 5 new people as your friends on Facebook. Okay. So that's their step number 2. Then we're going to add those people's names to Asana, which we'll talk about. And then each day I look to see who has accepted my friend request. So that's what I was getting ready to start doing. Are you guys still able to see my Facebook screen?
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes when I toggle back and forth, I lose people. So new friends, these are the people who accepted my friend request. Now I know, pretty sure I already messaged Carrie. Let me double check. So these are people from my like page. Okay, I haven't. So now look at that. Let's go back here and look. Now today, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that I can invite. 5 people accepted my friend request. Now I've got the opportunity to create 5 new conversations with brand new people. All that I know want what I have to offer. So we're going to go here to Carrie. And one thing, let's see, where did I'm pulling up my script and flow again. That's where we just were. And now I'm going to copy and paste this message that's in here. Okay. And so I copy it. I go back to her message. I say, hey, Carrie, where is Lake Wales? We just moved to Naples last year from Indiana. So I looked really quickly there at her little bio on the left-hand side. It says she lives in Lake Wales, Florida. So I want to find some common interest, if at all possible, so that I can personalize my message a little bit. And then I'm going to hit paste. So there you go. Hey, Carrie, where's Lake Wales? We just moved to Naples last year from Indiana. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for following me on my like page. I totally appreciate it. If you're on a health journey like me, I'm sure you can relate to how great it is to have support. I personally struggle with food more than I do exercise. How about you? Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be coaching people through a free 7-day Kick the Sugar Clean Eating group if you'd like to join us. Grocery list and meal plan included. Would love to have you if a week of clean eating and new recipes would be beneficial for you. Group or no group right now, I'm looking forward to getting to know you. Blessings, Tracy. So I'm sending a new message. I'm letting her know I've got this free group going on if you want to. But either way, no matter what, I'm still looking forward to getting to know you. Right? That script is in there. So I hit send, and that one's done. And then I simply go on to each one of these and do the same way. So here, hey, Janelle, I'll just do this one real quick, and then we'll move on to the next thing. I see you are going to a car hop and shop. What is that? Sounds so interesting. And then we can paste, right? And that way, late into the evening, when this is really not what I feel like doing, it does not take all that much brain power for me to crank these out and be done with it. You know what I mean? So now you see that's what I do with each of those people. Now, the one that the two that I just sent, I sent Janelle and I sent Carrie. Now, after I send it to them, I'm going to go over to Asana, and this is what we'll talk about when we get into our, specific systems. Here's Carrie. I searched for Carrie. I pull Carrie up. I had already made a note that I added her as a new contact. Now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to make another note, send message, invite to free. Hit comment. I may choose to change her due date, but I'm going to keep it. It's still fine for me, having it be a couple weeks out. And then I sent the message to Janelle. So I pull up Janelle's name and sent new message, invite to free. Now this one, it looks like Janelle was late, if you want to say it that. She was late accepting my friend request. I had her on my schedule for last week to follow up with, and she hadn't ever gotten back or hadn't accepted my friend request till now. So now I'm going to change her due date to the 30th. You don't always have to wait that long, but I'm so far behind. As you can see, all of these in red. I'm backed up since June, the end of June, on my follow-ups. So that's it's a good thing for you guys to see. Just because you're behind doesn't mean that you can't be successful. These people aren't going anywhere. They're in my system. I'll get to them when I can get to them. And you have to be able to prioritize. If there's people that are interested in your challenge group and you're having back and forth conversations with them on Facebook, these other people that aren't so interested can wait. You know what I mean? You want to work with the people that are willing and that are engaged and interested in what you have to offer first. So if it means that some other ones fall behind, who cares? They'll be ready when they're ready. Okay. And then, so we're moving down the script and flow, and that means that every new contact I'm making gets an invitation. Now, this is something that not every coach does, but I've had great success, especially knowing that these people are coming from my like page. I feel totally confident giving them an invitation to something free straight out of the gate. Now, if I had met somebody in, say, like the Naples Moms Facebook group page, and the very first time I send them a message and I invite them to something, that to me would be a no-no, because they don't know me as Traci, the coach. They know me as Traci, the girl from the moms group. Does that make sense? So I would want to build that relationship with them a bit more before I invite them to something. But I will say, I'm counting. So sad. It took me like 5 seconds to count 4 words. Okay, there's 4 words I want you to remember. Oh, by the way, you can invite anybody to anything with those 4 words. You have a conversation with them about anything under the sun. And then, oh, by the way, I'm getting ready to host this group. I don't know if it would be interesting to you or not, or if it would be beneficial to you right now, but it just dawned on me I might as well invite you because, you know, you're XYZ, you're fun, you're cool. I know you were talking about this or that, and it would be silly for me not to invite you. No pressure. Either way, whatever's best for you is best for me, but I figured I'd mention it, right? So, oh, by the way, can open up a whole door to you to invite somebody that you otherwise might not have been comfortable inviting yet. Because there are always going to be those people where you're like, yeah, really, I need to get more invitations on my business activity tracker, but I just don't feel like the relationship is there yet. Oh, by the way. And there you go. You can mark it off on your business activity tracker and you've done the invite. So I would highly recommend keeping those words like large by your computer or something. Okay, so moving along, messaging someone you've friended who has mutual friends. So this is just a quick script that I've used before. So when you're getting your business started, a lot of times what you'll do is go and see, let me see if I can do this. People need to quit messaging me during calls, really. Do they not know? Let's see here. That's a cute little girl. Trying to figure out where is it? Is it on the home screen? Did you guys see my snake in the yard?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, check out my wall.
What kind?
A coral. Hold on, let's go back and see this because this is pretty
It'll
old
still kill you.
coach training stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently so. Because the little thing says red on yellow, kill the fellow. Red on black, venom lack. So yes, this is red on yellow, which means it could kill our fellow. So anyway, yeah.
Is it still loose?
Yeah, it's loose. I mean, it was like a foot long. Not that that really matters, but I saw it because I was taking the dog out, and then went back in to show Matt. And by the time he came back out, he couldn't find it anymore. So what I'm doing is I'm going to look, and I can't remember. Where do you guys probably know? Where do we find the screen where it tells us who our suggested friends are? Do we click up here?
Yes.
People you may know. Yeah, check this out. Okay, so I clicked on the little people up here. People you may know. So these are people that we have mutual friends. This person, 5 mutual friends. So I could easily add that person as a friend, or here's somebody, we've got 20 mutual friends. This one, I can tell that that's a coach because all these other people are coaches too. But basically, if you go in there and look for people that you want to add as friends, then this would be something that you could send them. And it says, so nice to meet you. I was playing around on Facebook and saw that we have a good number of friends in common. How do you know them? I know Susie Q from elementary school, and I know Josie from Weight Watchers. I saw on your wall that you have 4 kids. I do too. How are you managing running them around from activity to activity? Okay, so you pay them a sincere compliment. You ask them a legitimate question about themselves. Don't say anything about Beachbody. Okay, so as you can see, this script and flow tells you exactly what to do. Now it's going to say go to Asana, pull up their name, update the comments with send new message, invite to free, and schedule it, like all the way through. This is a really, really important part. What's your current, all this set of questions, okay? So when I send this to somebody, I copy all the way from this top of the paragraph that says, I have some more questions for you. And I copy it all the way down to here. And I've already done this 3 times today. I followed up with people and I sent them this set of questions. I use this process every single day. Last month, 15 challenge packs. using this process every day. So it works. And if you will get, it will take longer at the beginning because it's something new, and that's okay. But once you get the hang of it, you will just toggle back and forth between Facebook to your script to Asana, Facebook to your script to Asana. And that way you're keeping everybody updated in their files.
When do you ask the questions again?
Say that again.
At what point do you ask those questions again?
Well, I have formed them. So FORM, form, family, occupation, recreation, message. That's what form means. Family, occupation, recreation, and message. So I formed them, and then I invite them to a challenge group. When they say, yes, I'm interested, or if we're just having a conversation and it's becoming clear to me that they want help, maybe I haven't actually invited them to anything, but you'll get to those conversations where they know that you're a coach and they kind of want your help, but you haven't really invited them to anything yet. Then I will say, I have some more questions for you before we move on that'll help me help you, yada, yada. And at that point, I send them the question. Now, if you are already in conversation with people and you have not sent them these questions, back up. Take the time before you try and close the sale or try to enroll them and ask them questions. There's a reason that we ask a lot of questions, and that is because it is going to help them work through their own objections. And they are going to realize that this is their next best step. And you're not going to run into nearly as many objections as you would had you not asked a good question. So then what you do with these questions is also really important. And I highly, highly recommend that if you want to copy paste any conversations that you're having with somebody on Facebook or email, copy and paste those to me. I'm happy to look over those and tell you exactly what to say or where to take it from there. Because that comes up quite often, There's just some different things, issues that people have, and maybe somebody says that what stopped them in the past from getting into shape was, being abused. Like there are going to be times when different things come out and you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. How do I handle that? And that's okay. That's what us as a team, that's what we're here for. You can put it on the team page and get the team's input. It's not like you've got to share names or anything. But so that's the questions, and it's so, so crucial. So how would you then, somebody pop in and give me a suggestion. How would you go back to somebody that you thought you were ready to enroll, but you haven't asked them these questions? How could you go back to them? What would you say to them so that you could ask them these questions?
I already had it happen.
Okay.
A girl, I was doing her hair, and she wanted to make the sale that night. She was ready to get started on something, but I had another client. I didn't have time to do it. So when I came home, I went back and then I sent her a private message and I said, can I get you to answer these few questions just to see where you are and if it's something I can help you with?
That's good. Yeah. And I think it shows our prospects that we care enough to slow down and get the real picture of what's going on in their lives. And we're not about the sale. That's not what this is about. Obviously, we know that if we can sell them a challenge pack, they're going to be helped and they're going to have the tools that they need to be successful. So that's obviously there. But our first priority is finding out what their story is and then being able to help them. So super important. And you can, sometimes I'll go back and say, hey, well, I was getting a little bit ahead of myself and these questions are really important. Would it be okay for you to take a few minutes to answer these for me? It's really going to help me help you better. Okay, so then moving on, and of course, after every step, we're going back to update Asana, and then look for their commitment number. Up here, it asks them on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your level of commitment to getting back into shape? So look at that commitment level. If it's below an 8, then you can copy and paste this, okay? Well, it's actually here, yeah, in those quotation marks. And then if they're above an 8, then that's where I copy and paste this. Now, make sure that you fill in the X's and these little things. Take some of these things out. Don't include the words in all caps that says, tell them the price. Don't include that, okay? That has happened to me before, and it's embarrassing when you hit send too early and you haven't done that. So then you're going to, it says in your message, the sooner you get back to me, the sooner we can get going. Sound good? And it says, let me send you a few quick videos to watch. Okay, so you're telling them that you're going to send them videos. That's what the message says. So then when they say, yes, that sounds good, then you're going to come right here and you are going to send them these videos. Okay? Right there. They're all there for you. Are there other options of videos that you can send? Of course there are, but I'm not going to list them all in my one document. So these are my favorites. These are what I use day in and day out. And so those are the ones that I put in here to pass on to you. Then you update Asana. And then when they respond that they're done watching, then here's what they'll tell you. At this point, they'll either give you an objection, which is great. It's good to get objections because then we know where their head is at and we can talk to them about that. And if you need help handling your objections, then hop on the handling objections call or shoot me a message with more specifics of what the objection is and we'll work through it. And then if they're ready, then this is what you copy and paste to them. And then you insert what I call the pick your path graphic. That's this graphic. And that is also in that pinned post. Let me, team page. I want to make sure that I show you exactly where these things are at. It's at the top of the comments right there. So you can click on that, save that on your phone, save that on your computer, because you're going to be using it every time you get somebody who's ready to enroll. Well, I say you're going to be using it. You have the option to use it because it is your own business. But I really have, okay, so here, this is great. This person, Kelly. Christy Skinner, you don't know Kelly Rich, do you? She's in Greenwood.
Sure, I do. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I took her from you. No, here's a great example for you guys. And I know this call is going long, but I apologize. If you need to get off and catch the rest of the recording, you're totally fine doing that. But I'm just going to keep on going. Okay, so she has been talking to me literally since I started, like within a couple of months of starting Beachbody. So that's 4 years, okay? She tried Shakeology, and she said it didn't work for my stomach. She's back, ready to try Shakeology and ready to become a coach. And here's another good tip. She messaged me about 6 months ago and she said, I really want to become a coach. Can you tell me more about your integrative nutrition, holistic health coach stuff? Because I can't do, I just can't do the Beachbody thing, but I still want to become a health coach. So I helped her through that. She did not choose to go with integrative nutrition. She went with something else, but I've maintained contact with her because I like her as a person. I know she would be an amazing coach. I know that, but I haven't been forcing it at all. And now here tonight, she said, I'm in. What do I do? I'm ready to go. She wants to try Shakeology. She wants to use this. She wants to get out of her teaching job, and now she's ready. So now all I need to do is send her the Pick Your Path graphic and the text that goes with it right here. Whatever is best for you is best for me. Which do you prefer? Now she's going to respond and say, I want to become a business builder, because I know that because she's already told me that. She wants to get out of her full-time job. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send her, I'm going to be using the Coach mobile app. So I'm going to send her, copy and paste. Oh wait, I'm going to send her starting here. Excellent. You're going to have such a great time and feel incredible. Here's your steps to join. Okay. And then I'll copy and paste that. I also, in the script and flow, give you options so that if you want to send them to your website and not use the Coach mobile app, you can do that. So here's how to send them to your website if they want to join as a customer. Here's how to send them to your website if they want to join as a coach. And that's it. That is it. Now, to come back up here just real quick before we move on, this graphic, a discount buyer is the same thing as a discount coach. It's also the same. I've heard people call it a preferred buyer. There are other people who just want to call it all coach. It is. Some people call it discount coach, discount buyer, preferred buyer, coach. Whatever you want to call it is fine. To me, this one has had really good response because people get that. And the way that I explain that is that this circle right here with discount buyer, that would be like the equivalent of a Sam's Club membership, where you are paying on a regular basis for a discount. That is what that would be. There are no quotas or expectations, but that's there for you if you want to move in between discount and hobby, or hobby and business, or any one of these three. The account is the same. The enrollment process is the same. But what's different is that they are choosing what they want to do with this business right now. And it's giving you information and knowledge as a coach to know how to guide them and how to direct them and how to train them. Okay? So that is really good, valuable information both for them to know that that's available to them, and it's good for us so that we know how to best coach them. Any questions on the script and flow before we move on from that?
No.
Okay. You may, as you are actually applying it, come up with stuff, and of course, in those cases, just post it on the team page, and that's what we're here for. Okay, so then let's see here. I want to tell you about the 5-ring notebook. If you are a paper person, I would recommend this. Erin, my coach Erin Young, she will be, I recorded an interview with her. She has been a full-time teacher for over a decade, and she started with me as a coach about 6 months after I joined. And then this past May was her last year teaching. So she left her full-time job, is now a full-time Beachbody, and so she knows how to get it done. She knows how to create a full-time 6-figure business working full-time. So I interviewed her on that, and we'll be sharing that. But anyway, she we just learned about this Asana thing not too terribly long ago. And what she has done and is still doing, I believe, I don't know that she's into Asana yet. She's using a 5-ring notebook, like one of those, a 5-subject notebook, you know, like the kind from school. It has like a little manila folder between each one. And here are her 5 sections. Her master list. So her master list of everybody's names. She's got her coaches. So a list of coaches. She's got what she calls blue sky time. So this time where she's reflecting and coming up with ideas and things that she wants to implement, that kind of thing. There's a tab for that. There's a tab for her calendars and groups. So like this, my index card, when I get my little 5 subject thing, this says July 20th size. And I've written down on here, everybody, sorry, my phone keeps vibrating too. I've written down everybody that I need to stay on top of that was in my July 20th size group. So anyway, hers is in that one section of the 5 subject notebook. And then number five, you'll have to watch the call and see what number 5 is because I can't remember. So, so that is a good way to just kind of keep your business all in one spot and stay on top of things. So I think that's a great way that has really worked for her. I'm going to show you my planner because I've tried a lot of different planners out there. And as a coach, this is the one that I will probably use forever. And it's not very expensive. It was only $30, but it's called Planner Pads. So plannerpads.com, pads with an S. And it has a monthly section, you know, like, let me find one for you. A month at a glance. So it's got the month at a glance, right? We've all seen those. Then the way that, what separates it, I think, is the way that the week is broken down. And of course, mine is going to be really messy because I've been using it. So there's a lot going on there, right? So what I'm going to show you is that this top part, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one for each day. There are 7 places for lists. That's where you dump your brain of all the things that you need to do is in the top section. You can do it by category if you wanted to. So maybe this is personal life. Then maybe this one's kids. Maybe this one's Beachbody challengers. Maybe this one is just like miscellaneous stuff like appointments that you need to make. If you want to categorize your brain dump, you can. Usually mine just looks like, bleh, like I vomited all over it, but that's me. So then the next bar, this next middle section is by day. What you want to do out of this, what do you want to do today? And those are the things that you're going to put there. You're not going to let your brain dump overwhelm you. You're going to pick, ideally from each category, one thing to move you forward in your life and put it in your to-do list for the day. And then down at the bottom is your hourly, so that you can plug these things into your life on an hourly basis, right? So that has really, really been awesome. And it's just great. It's absolutely great. So you may be a digital person and keep your calendar in a digital format. And if you do, that's fine. I did the Franklin Covey training and certification, and their recommendation is that you choose one or the other. Don't be paper and electronic. Either be paper or electronic. Pick a way that works for you and stick with it. So, so anyway, that's my planner. That's the system. And then, sorry, I think my workout is getting ready to start on here. Hold on, people. Oh, boy. Body Beast wants to go, like right now.
Extreme nutrition line of supplements, scientifically formulated to work in tandem with extreme fitness routines, like Body Beast.
Come on, man. Okay. Okay, so we've got the planner. We've got the 5 subject notebook. Last but not least is Asana. And there is a video that you were supposed to have watched, and that will help you know how to set it up and kind of get it rolling. And Anna Gray does a lot more with her Asana even than I do. She's the one that I learned from, but I will show you the categories that I use the most, and that way you at least would know what to focus on initially. one tip is that you do not have to add all of your contacts to Asana in one fell swoop. Because just think about it. If you do, what's that going to mean? It means that you're going to have like 200 people all due to talk to them on the same day. It's not necessary. Like I find people literally just about every day that I still haven't added to Asana. It's okay. It's okay. Just as you talk to somebody on Facebook or on email or in person, as you talk to them, enter their name. And then you talk to somebody else, and then you enter their name. So don't make it this big thing that you keep putting off because you think it's going to be so huge. Don't let it paralyze you like that. Just add people as you talk to them, and at some point in our lives, it'll all get caught up. I know there are those of us with that perfectionist mentality that want to have it all done right before we do anything, and that will paralyze you, and that's not going to get you anywhere in this business. So follow-up is my project, and that's where all of the names are listed, okay? Forever and forever, lots of names. That is where my master list is.
Hey, Tracy.
Yeah.
So with those ones you've got back in like June and July, how would you even engage in a conversation with them now in September?
That's a great question. Okay, so Michelle Betancourt Ford. I've got my note. She liked my page. She liked my clean eating group post. I followed up. I added her to a group and asked her about my goals. She was using Purium nutrition stuff. She needs to lose weight. I invited her to a group, and then I formed her. Okay, so let's go to Michelle's page. There she is. And I am going to scroll her page really quick. Always, word to the wise, scroll somebody's page real quick before you message them. They don't need to receive a message like, hey, you want to join my challenge group if they've just had a death in the family, right? Just take 2 seconds and like some of their stuff. Like, she's obviously going to notice that I've liked some of her things because I've taken that time. And then let's see, when was this? This was 23 hours ago. And her son just did a great job. So I'm going to say congratulations at Michelle. You must be so proud. So tag her so that she knows that you actually did comment and create that connection there, okay? So then I'm gonna message her and say, see, here's the thing. Here's why I had decided to form her before inviting her again, because she had not responded to one of my messages. So I backed off a little bit. And now the last time that I messaged her was in May. And I said, hey, Michelle, your daughter just got baptized. Congratulations. How many kids do you have? She's never responded to that. Am I going to really spend my time and effort trying to engage with somebody who won't even respond to a question about how many kids she has when I was congratulating her on a baptism? Like, no, that's not worth my time. So quite honestly, like, I'll probably just check her off because I've got more people that I can spend my time with who want to be my friend, you know? So that's just one. Now, let's see if there's Ashley Bryant. She would be somebody that I could easily go back to. If I can find her. Ashley Bryant, what was it? Chapman. Maybe we're not friends anymore. Here she is. Let's see. Oh, she's got her page set up weird, so she can't even accept friend requests. So I always, if I want to deal with her, I just have to message her, and it bugs me. It really just bugs me. So most of these ones at the very top, these are people that I've been putting off because I just don't want to deal with them. So for the most part, that's how that would happen. But really, all I would have to say is, hey, Ashley, it's been a while since we've talked. Have you had a good summer? I haven't seen you on Facebook much, and pray you are well. Blessings, Tracy. Okay, so because I see on her wall that the last time she posted was July the 20th. So she's obviously not a big Facebook poster, which also tells me if she was in my challenge group, she would have a pretty hard time, to be quite honest, because we're on there every day. And that's a big change for somebody who's not on Facebook. Can it be done? Yeah, it can be done if they want results bad enough to overcome getting on Facebook. But so anyway, that's that. Does that sort of help?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tell me what it means again. You formed them.
F is for family. O is for occupation.
Oh, looking for stuff about them.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
getting to know them. We're forming them.
Okay.
Family, occupation, recreation. So for the longest time when we learned the form concept, I could not figure out how to ask people about their recreation and their hobbies. I'm like, what do I ask? So finally I came up with the question of what occupies your time these days?
Mm.
And to me, people can answer that. Usually it's going to give me a really good picture of them taxiing their kids around or, taking care of this or taking care of that. But that's good insight for me as a coach to know what I'm looking at. So what occupies your time these days? What do you do for fun? That's usually how I'll usually ask those two questions together when I'm at that point.
What is M?
Your message. So that would be an invitation or sharing your story.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. What you're about.
And Tracy, on these ones that you find that do challenge packs from your like page,
Yeah.
do they end up staying on, or are they like one-offs and then they cancel?
Both. It's both. You just never know.
Okay.
I'm looking through here to see if anybody that's on the call was from my like page. Kelly, were you or are you a lead?
That's how I found you. I found you.
Yeah.
I actually was looking up information on Autumn's cookbook, and I found a blog you wrote.
Yeah. Okay. So
I didn't even know anything about Beachbody until I found you. I mean, as far as the opportunity.
Yeah. So there's another tip. Kelly found my website, my blog article about the review for the cookbook, and then was able to track me down from there, which means I need to be on my blog more often. But anyway, so yeah, that would be a like page person that has ended up being a rock star coach in person. So, but honestly, it's the same with people that you know.
True.
It's totally the same with people that you know. And the people that you're like, come on already, like help me out here. You can't count on them. So I would rather not count on somebody that I don't know than be disappointed by somebody that I do know. That's my own theory, my own insecurity maybe. But anyway, okay. So then Asana, there's the follow-up project. And then these what am I trying to say? Tags. You can create a tag for anything. So tonight I just created a tag that said dessert first because the group that I created an event for was about eating dessert first. So I created a tag that said dessert first so that I'll know, even if those people don't enroll in that challenge group, I'll know that they responded and they were interested in that group. I also keep a group going of people that have said, yes, I want to join your free challenge group. So the next one is October the 5th. And I've got one person so far who said that they want to join that challenge group, my free one. And then this is where the work is done. And I can cross off a few of these messages because I think I sent 2 or 3 of them while I was on here with you guys. So this is where your power of 3 is going to come into play. Power of 3 is 3 new invites, 3 new messages, 3 new, adding 3 new contacts, and 3 follow-ups. That's the power of 3. And I can't remember. I just got a great page on that. I'm going to make sure that I post that on our team page. I don't know that I did yet because I just saw there's another coach that put together a really great graphic with that. And it's, if you are a paper person and wanted to print that out, then you would be able to do that. But so this is my power hour right here. This is where I'm every morning, pretty much after I do my workout, like I take 5 minutes and I add 5 new people right then and there. Like that's when I do my ads. I just do it really fast right after my workout. Then later in the day, like right now, see, I've already done the ad news. Now I need to do those invites and the new messages. And as you can see, my new people were waiting for me to message them. So that is the system and the flow that you want to work toward. And it will take a while to get it down pat. But the more that you can just keep honing away at that and treat it as a craft and a science, if you will, of becoming a machine of this is next, this is next, this is next, and I'm going back and forth, then you can become efficient and get a lot done in a little amount of time. Questions about Asana?
It's not necessarily a question directly on Asana, but your free group.
Yeah.
Do we need to set up our own free groups or do we tag people onto yours?
You can do it either way. I would recommend that you run your own because all of the resources are there for you to do that. And the most important thing about running your own is that it's going to give you a really big level of confidence to be able to then do that on a monthly basis. And that was how I started. I didn't have anything to go on. And that was just what we did. And we were just thrown into the water. And I think that we did a lot better back then than sometimes what I think coaches do today if I feed them every tiny little thing, you know? So we have, let me show you where this is at. On our team page, whoops, I clicked the wrong thing. Can you guys still see the team page?
No.
No, you can't see the team page anymore?
No.
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop screen sharing and try it again. Can you see it now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so under the files, and here's monthly activities. Make sure that you always are checking this monthly activities. That is going to be updated on a regular basis. Okay, so if you come down here, this is the 7-day group that I run. This is the whole guide that has the menu and the grocery list and the meal plan, tips, everything. You're welcome to use that. You can also use this free 7-day paleo crock pot. Here's the recipes. Here's day-by-day recipes. Here's the shopping list. And then here are bonus paleo salad dressing recipes. And then here's the food prep plan. So it is all done for you. There are a couple different ways. It's been a while since I have done it this way. I used to only give people the recipe for the following day, for dinner the following day, if they checked in the current day. Because what I have found is that if you give if you give everybody everything up front, some of them take it and run. I've even had people take my meal plan and everything and then unfriend me. Like,
I remember that.
yeah, isn't that the craziest thing? Like, are you kidding me? I just gave you something for free and now you don't even want to be my friend? Whatever. So anyway, people will blow your mind, but a lot of times that is a decent way to do it, to make sure that people stay engaged. So the only other thing then is what to post each day in that group. And if you want help with that, you're welcome to add me to your group and I can help you run it. I think that is totally, totally doable. And I also have posts somewhere. I'll make sure that I post those day 1 through day 7 so you would know what kind of posts you could even copy and paste into your challenge group.
And so this is different than the free challenge group that we were going to do that's open. Or am I thinking of the wrong thing?
No, the 7-day, you can run whatever kind of free group you want. Some people run a 7-day, some people run 5 days, some people run 3-day groups. Whatever kind of free group that you want to do on a halfway regular basis, I would encourage you to get into the habit of running one free group a month of some sort. Maybe it's just a water challenge group for 5 days. It doesn't even have to be a meal plan. Maybe it's a squat challenge, whatever. But that is different from the big free challenge group, because that big group is something that's ongoing forever and forever. And some people, it's not going to be free. Some people are going to require that they order a challenge pack to participate in that group. That, of course, is up to you. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what I would like for you guys to do is to message me, not message me, but on the pinned post at the top of the page, on the top of the team page, in the comments, when you have finished setting up Asana and are going to be using that, then just tag me and say Asana is set up or something along those lines so that I know that that is done. And then that way, if you need help as you're plugging things in, I can help you with that. Because I'm telling you, it's a game changer and it's worth it. Because before that, who knows how many sales I've missed out on because people were falling through the cracks. And now, even if I'm behind, nobody's fallen through the cracks. Everybody is in here forever and forever and forever. Okay?
And then when do we tell you that we're done with the training so that we can do our like page?
Oh, just whenever you get through, you'll go through everything that's in the pinned post. If something happens that you get through everything in the pinned post before I finish putting up the phase 2 posts, then just let me know and I'll make sure that I just message you the entire document of phase 2 posts so that you're not being held up by me.
So we have to get through phase 2 before doing the like page too?
Well, and no, I mean, that's the thing. It's your business. You can do it whenever you want. But the thing is, you have to make sure that doing your like page is something that you've got time for on top of your 3 vital behaviors.
Okay.
Because hitting Success Club and helping 3 people each and every month, that is your sole focus. So you can't push those things off in order to get a like page going. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. All right, girls. Well, thank you.
Okay. I have one more. So if Asana is already set up, then just set up an appointment with you so you can help us because I'm struggling plugging people in. I'm not real sure.
In terms of how to plug them in.
Yeah.
Well, let me screen share real quick and just show you.
Okay.
I'll do that. Let me, excuse me, let me make sure that I'm, okay, can you see Asana?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so when it doesn't matter, it really does not matter what screen or what project I'm in when I decide I'm going to add somebody, okay? So right now I happen to be in the October 5th free group. You don't even have to go to the follow-up project to add them. You're going to go to new, and it brings up the drop-down new task. And then I'm going to change this from being October 5th. I'm going to change that to, all I have to do is hit F for follow-up, and it'll pull up follow-up. Then I'm going to enter Kelly Carr. Your name's probably already in here because you would have been a prospect. And then I'm going to hit add new. Comment. Yeah, so it's going to say, did you mean Kelly Carr? Yes, I really did. Because you were already created, right? But anyway, so then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to hit the tag from my like page, and I'm going to create a due date for you. And that's done. That's it.
So you already created, I mean, you've already, it's been a couple of weeks since I've even looked at Asana. I need to go back and look at it again because you already created like the follow-up section, and, or is it already set up that way?
No, it's not set up that way. There
Right.
will be basically, you'll come over here to projects, see the plus sign,
Uh-huh.
and you'll create one for to do, or if you want to call it power hour, whatever you want to call it, that would be your daily 3 vital behaviors and to-do list. It would be the things that are on your business activity tracker.
Mhm.
Then, so for me, that's to do. And then I keep follow-up, that's all my names. The other one that I use all the time says scripts. So right here, I keep new message, free invite. So the scripts that are in that Traci script and flow, I have them broken down in here under scripts. Because Asana is also always open, right? So I can grab it from anywhere. And this is something that makes it quick and easy. So I can click on it and then select it. If I find a really good post, like if I create a really good post, then I save it. And so here I did that. I put together that breakdown of Shakeology cost. So I saved it. And an invite to the business, saved that. Open house post, I saved it so that I can use it again. So I keep those in a project as well. So to create a project, it's just a matter of clicking that plus sign and giving it a name, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Anything else? Do you think there would be more that you needed to talk about under that?
I'll go and watch the tutorial again before.
Yeah, I think more than anything, it's just going to be a matter of
Playing with it.
plugging in. If you are looking at that Traci script and flow every day, it's going to tell you what to do on Asana. So as you go through that, you know, it'll just take a little bit longer until you get used to it and get your hands messy with it. Yeah. But don't hesitate to reach out and ask any more questions about it.
Okay.
Tracy Warren.
All right.